Okay, so now we have a few, two additional questions. So the first one, we're told that we have the same change in potential from one wire to the next. We're told that the current of A is equal to 2 times the current of B. And we're asked to find RA given that R sub B is equal to R. Right, so, well, we can use Ohm's law. Delta V is equal to I times R. So, the first thing we're told is delta VA is equal to delta VB. So let's write that out. Why not? Let's write it again. So delta VA is going to equal I sub A times R sub A, which is also going to be equal to I sub B times R sub B, which here we have I sub A is equal to 2 times I sub B. So now, just using this, rewriting this, we have 2 I sub B times R sub A. So now we can just use this to figure out what we need, right? So let's write this down here so it's a little less confusing. I sub B times R sub B is equal to 2 I sub B times R sub A. Well, we can cancel this, and then we're left with R sub B over 2 is equal to R sub A. We're told that R sub B is equal to R, so that means that R sub A is equal to R over 2. Okay, next one, number 2. We're told that the length of A is equal to the length of B of the wire. We're told they're the same material, which means that the resistivity is going to be the same for both. And then we're told that the diameter of A is 2 times the diameter of B. Move this over here. And we want to find R sub A given that R sub B is equal to R. Similarly to the last problem. Well, since we have resistivity, length, diameter, and resistance, we can use a formula that we know that we've used earlier. Resistivity times the length over the cross-sectional area. Okay, so what that would look like is something like this. Cross-sectional area. And then we would need to break apart the cross-sectional area in terms of the diameter, which means we would have something like this over pi. And remember, this would be pi r squared for cross-sectional area, but r is, in fact, diameter by half, right? So that's going to give us d sub a over 2 all squared. Okay. But since we don't know what RA is, this particular format isn't going to help us very much. So what we need to do is rearrange it so that we have something that is equivalent, such as the length. We're told that the length of A is equal to the length of B. And so if we're rearranging for length, using this, we're going to take area to the other side. We're going to take resistivity to the other side. So that's going to give us pi d sub A over 2 squared times R sub A, resistivity, right? So just to be more explicit, I'll move this down and actually show the algebra a little bit better. So using this, what I did was I solved for length. L sub A is equal to the area times the resistance over the resistivity. The area is pi r squared, but r is going to be d diameter over half or over 2, excuse me, squared times R sub A over the resistivity. So that's what I did to get this. All right. So now we have pi diameter of B by half squared times R sub B over. So all I'm doing is just, since these two things are equal, since the length is equal of both of these wires, then we can just plug in exactly the same formula for both, right? Pretty much the same thing as I did above for the other problem, but it just looks a little more complicated. Okay. Now we'll take let's see, pi. We were told, what was it? There's a relationship that we have that we can use here. What was the relationship? It was, oh, dA is equal to 2dB. I didn't write it down in the beginning. I just read it out loud. So we're told that the diameter of A is equal to 2 times the diameter of B. Okay. I know why. Because I scrolled too far. I did write it down. It's up here. I was like, wait a second. Okay, so using this relationship, we have 2 times dB over 2 squared R sub A rho sub A is equal to pi dB squared dB over 2 squared. So all I did from here to here was replace dA with 2 dB, which is what we were given in the beginning. Now we can start canceling some things. We're told that the resistivity is equivalent. We have dB squared, that's going to go away. These 2's are going to cancel with each other. And this is just going to be 1 squared. So then all we're left with is R sub A is equal to 1 over 4 R sub B, where R sub B is equal to R over 4. R sub B is equal to R. That's what we're told also in the beginning. That's a constant, right? So in summary, R sub A is equal to R over 4.